Hello, and welcome back to Loud and Pretty Average Gaming. This is Reese speaking, also known as Aussie Legend 44 in some of our other videos. This is the fourth part of a series where I read out all the Grimoire cards from Destiny, word for word. In this video, we'll be reading about the subclasses. First, we'll be reading about the Guardian abilities as a whole. There is a light in you from which no darkness can hide. Only Guardians have the gift of the Traveler's Light, the ability to channel its energies to project vast power into the world. Even without a firearm, a Guardian is a radiant engine of destruction. While these abilities rise from within, Guardians master their power in different ways. Titans understand the light as a force to hone through practice and strict discipline. Hunters roam and explore in order to learn, using dangerous methods to survive in the wild. And Warlocks study the light and its inner mechanisms, confronting unfathomable mysteries in the search for transcendent might. On to the ghost fragment about abilities. From Lord Saladin's introduction speech. Nothing born is born strong. I know I began weak, the same as you. I don't care if you're an exo, starting at that number and wondering where you've come from. Or a human hungry to understand the ancient world that left you for dead. Or an awoken reborn in the very essence of what your people hide from. Together, we're the pointed end of a long stick of happenstance. Change one ripple in an ancient ocean, and we would never have been granted the light within us, or the good ghosts that want to help us. Humble origins. Every world begins as a big pebble, lost among trillions of pebbles. Every worthy sun was once cold hydrogen spread thin across the vacuum. Even the universe, this cosmic garden that surrounds us and awes us, this monument to creation, was once the size of an apple seed. And everything that's splendid and great stands at the end of an incalculable chance of mayhem. Yes, you have your talents, enormous, wondrous powers, but you should put that smirk away. Do you know what a Guardian is? Not yet. Your name is another pebble. You are a cold apple seed, but you will grow. On to the Titan abilities. The Striker. At close quarters, a fist is better than any gun. Striker Titans charge into close combat, armoured in light and wielding fistfuls of thunder. Striker tactics depend on shock and disciplined aggression. They must awe and scatter the enemies, or risk being overwhelmed. Fellow Guardians prize their ability to draw fire as they shatter the enemy's line. Defender class. The wall against which darkness breaks. Defender Titans are immovable anchors, trained to absorb punishment and control the flow of battle. Armed with unflinching conviction and an armory of void techniques, defenders block the enemy's movements, shrug off their fiercest weapons, and rally fellow Guardians to strike back. Hunter abilities. The Gunslinger class. A lone wolf who lives for the perfect shot. In the end, doesn't it all come down to you and your gun? Don't see much else to say about it. That's just truth. The Bladedancer class. Powerful lethality. Relentless style. There's something to be said for the blade. A knife won't jam, a knife won't run dry, and a knife is very, very quiet. Leave the noise and fire to others. There's work to be done. Out there in the dark, monsters that deserve death, delivered quickly, silently, and without mercy. And last, the Warlock subclasses. The Voidwalker class. Those who have stared into the void are not bound by the laws of space and time. The Traveler came out of the void that surrounds all things. Thus, we know that the void is full of power. Thus, we enter the void without fear. Small minds will call your abilities blasphemous. They will compare you to the abominable wizards of the Hive. But you will not be held back. Gifted with the Traveler's Light, armed with the secrets of physics of a lost age, you will tear reality asunder. You will fear nothing, and nothing will not fear you. The Sunsinger class. There are flames that not even the darkness can extinguish. These are dark times. Humanity stands on the brink of extinction. We will carry the fire into that darkness, a beacon to guide the way, and a pyre to consume our great enemy. The light saved us from death, and forged us into weapons. We seek to understand it, to embrace it, to consume and be consumed by it. We hope to become radiant. Our fellow Guardians need our power. Our civilization needs our strength. Thank you for joining me through the subclasses of Destiny. In the next video, I'll be reading about the melee abilities of each class. Until then, we'll see you next time.